After nearly 3 years ago, I showcased every single chapter in Angry Birds Power Travel. Basically, it is the only Angry Birds mod that I ever showcased, since I was majorly oblivious about Angry Birds modding in mobile. I will do Angry Birds computer mods if I had a working monitor/laptop. You see the overall interface different. This is another phone. This one's running, I believe, Android 11, and it is above the internal audio recording only, which requires Android Queen Cake, which translates to Android 10. And apparently, the app Angry Birds Power Travel Reboot is not compatible with internal audio. So the recording is unfortunately not going to have any volume, no music, no sound effects. You don't get to hear it, so neither do I during editing, which is a shame. There's new audio strings when birds enact their abilities. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and join the server. Hyperburst. You won't regret it. Now onto the game. Dude, what's with all those fishy permissions? I don't remember seeing many. Fairly, quotation marks. The original Power Travel asked you for phone, but this one also asks files and location. I wouldn't mess with any of those if I were you. Well, unless you want to be experimental, it is all on you. If I could play this on my main phone, I would, but wouldn't matter. It is an unfinished product. Probably internal audio will still be muted. Now at last in the game, I'm going to play all the levels in chapter 1, which is Superpower Scramble. The very first level in the game. It has a highly important purpose, earning 3 stars easily. It serves as a resource of confidence when things are looking a little bit unfavorable. No. Ironically, I wanted to leave one bird remaining after slaying the pigs. During one of these failed attempts, I ended up using only 2 of these blue chucks. I wanted to reprove my theory, if that's even a sentence, but I didn't want to spend too much time on recording. I was doing my usual hobby of editing something else. Yeah. Next level. Next level 1-2 is basically what the first level should be instead. I'm not mad. It took less than half an hour at least. Moving forward, 1-3 is where things get upscaled in difficulty terms. You only have 3 yellow bombs, and they're underwhelming. They feel weaker than the standard bomb, especially because they don't explode after a few seconds. So aiming accuracy is more crucial than ever. If you can't aim, sorry, but your side restart over and over just to see if maybe it is random number generated. At the end, I just won by possibly the physics of the game. The little minion pig rolled off from the wooden platform, hitting a dynamite crate, and up go to the Shadow Realm. And that's another victory under our belt. 1-4 includes at last more than 1 bird, so we have variety. So does the pigs, but no worries. It is a fairly easy level, quite a drop off from the previous one, but does not matter. It's still challenging to get the 3 stars. I'll pay not as complex. All I needed is to meticulously aim, and will be taken care of. 1-5 is a throwback to 1-1. Oh boy, wasn't it annoying? I've spent quite a good time trying to get the 3 stars, to no avail. 4 stars, you need to hit those balloons to make the dynamite crate drop and thus start a destructive chain. If you can't in next such act. Good luck trying to get those stars. Now this level needs no introduction because it's by far the easiest that I ever played. And just wanted to mention the original Power Trouble how had the pink color scheme from Stella. Where did Stella go? Did they delete her? This doesn't suit Hal at all. Makes him look highly uncanny. To the core 1-7, this is where the training wheels are finally let go. You start to face the major leagues. Once you know what you're doing, it will no longer be a problem. Less skill issue maybe? 1-8 introduces green bubbles. Now, to contrary belief, don't use him normally. What do I mean by that? Using Hal, when it gets far away, you trigger his ability to swivel and attack from behind. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to work as well with bubbles. So I recommend use the roundabout technique, which you see on screen. Basically, you shoot backwards and you trigger his ability and you'll get a powered up bird launch. It does respectable structural damage. So try it. It'll make things easier. Promise. Again, the message is pushed even further in 1-9. I tried and it just does hot trash underwhelming structure. I'm not going to say it. I'm just wasting my breath here. Just use the roundabout technique and you should be good to go. You just gotta make sure you spend those two other bursts properly. Because if it wasn't for Foreman pick rolling down, probably would have lost. The very first level, I first felt that tension. Moving on. 1-10 reminds me of those hard stages from Danger from Above. No exaggeration, there's more than just 2 balloons this time, and you have 3 bursts, which is normally in those later levels. The good thing is green bubbles is strong enough to pierce through and take down the 2 floating platforms. Then you use the white blue to deal with the bottom structure, and just in case you have the uncanny Hal to finish any biggest survivors. 1-11. This is where you should start being conscious about your resources. Since you only have 2 special birds, the other ones are common reds, although a bit stronger. Make the most of these special birds. Leave as little as for the common birds to clean up effortlessly. It's gonna be a frustrating experience. However, mistakes makes a master. 1-12, one of the 3 elites just prior to that final stage, which is the boss level. Now, from now on, the structures are gonna get significantly hard to take down. So you might want to sharpen the skills. All those previous losses and victories all came into this. Are you ready to take on the Elite 3? It always felt so close, yet too far. Every single attempt, it was all just a matter of time until the win had been granted. One 13 looks intimidating fairly. Just keep yourself cool and just trust in the bird's strength. 1-14. Oh boy. This is giving me 1-9 vibes. It is essentially the harder version of that level, albeit in a meaner way. You won't believe how much I took on beating this level. It was even more than the previous one. Nearly a freaking hour. I was already being so tired with the other stuff that needed to be edited to be uploaded much later. It was that bad. However, in the end, was worth the triumph. Finally! Boss stage. We arrived to the end. But it ain't going to be a cakewalk. You have to use properly the resources they give you. Won't be easy. Try to hit the forming pick with those yellow bombs. Usually, what I do first is get rid of the sunflower stems. One, because it may ricochet onto the forming pick. Second, it destroys the dangling minion pick. Now I recommend using the remaining yellow bombs to try and claim the wizard pick kill. And use the rest of the birds to get rid of any surviving picks below. You see, it'll take quite some time, especially if it is your first time playing Angry Birds. Patience is key. See you next day for, yeah. That's gonna be tough.